Hey y'all, it is Michaela Rose. Let me take a sip of my water. I was gonna do like a astrology breakdown. Oh my gosh, what is this? What are you talking about? Okay. Sorry, something popped up on my screen. I was gonna do an astrology breakdown for the Cancer full moon, but personally, I don't feel like every moon needs a breakdown. Like we have a full moon every month. It's sun opposite moon. It's a balance between what your needs are and like what you think you need and what you actually need, pretty much. So it's like how many different ways can I say that? So for this month, it's Capricorn and Cancer. Cancer, the Cancer moon is at home in Cancer, which is good, but it'll be conjoining Mars later today. So like a lot of pent up anger, maybe a lot of pent up emotions that you may have to deal with, a lot of um, just learning how to channel your emotions better, effectively, how to channel it into work, into status. What do you need to feel safe, right? Because Cancer and the moon is safety, and Capricorn is success and hard work and dominance and yeah, so on that axis, what do you need to feel safe is pretty much like the question I've been asking everyone. Like that's the reflection question. But I have my tarot deck and I'm just going to pull for all signs. So let's start with Aries, shall we? Spirit, please give me a message for Aries and what they need to know at this time for the full moon in Cancer. I'm gonna make sure my laptop don't fall because it's like turn this down. What's going on with Aries? Okay, Aries, for you, I'm seeing someone who is trying to kind of get back in tune with your intuition and trying to get back in tune with what spirit is trying to tell you and kind of letting loose. Like every time I see the Queen of Cups, this is a kind of hands off card to me. This is a card where you are deeply connected, deeply rooted into um, yeah, just like what your emotions are trying to let you know about what your intuition is saying. So if you don't feel safe or if you feel uncomfortable, it's not a matter of like, let me blow up, let me blow this up. This is more of a matter of let me kind of lean into this instead of ignoring it. Let me lean into it and see what it's trying to tell me. It did pop out reverse, but then it like floated upright. So just noting its reversal, it's not an opportunity for you to close yourself off to these emotions. This is a time for you to really tap into what they're trying to tell you. Like I said, let's pull another one. Queen of Swords. Yeah, you don't want to I love that there's the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords together, right? So the Queen of Swords is someone who kind of shuts off their emotions and kind of sees the whole playing field. She's still a queen though, like she's still feminine in approach. She's still um someone who can use her emotions to inform her strategy. And I think that's the lesson here, right? Where we are allowing ourselves to kind of flow in our intuition and flow in our emotions so that we can use our emotions to funnel us into the next stage of our journey and not make decisions out of emotion, not make decisions out of impulse, but really just sitting and being like, okay, I'm feeling angry or I'm feeling unsettled or I'm feeling bitter or I'm feeling unappreciated. What is that telling me about how my strategy is showing up or how my strategy is going and how can I use that to fine tune my strategy? Let's get one more card. Give me like mad cards. Okay. And the Six of Wands reversed. So, in doing this, right, you don't have to worry about how it's going to look. You don't have to worry about how you're going to be perceived if you change the strategy or if you like, you don't need the noise. You're going to be victorious regardless. And instead of you worrying about which strategy is going to get me the most success, you should worry more about which strategy is going to make me feel the most aligned And that in itself is going to bring you to that success. Okay. That's the Aries read. I don't want all of we got 12 signs to get through, so I'm not gonna make them all super long. But yeah, pretty much Aries, use your emotion to funnel into your logic and strategy and do what works for you and not what you think is going to get you to the finish line the fastest. All right, Taurus. Tell me what does Taurus need to know right now, please, during this full moon. Okay. So Taurus, for you, I'm seeing that you're really fighting to maintain your peace in this situation. Whatever situation you're in right now, you have the Seven of Wands reversed. So this is a card that indicates a lot of attack and trying to stand your ground, but kind of being overwhelmed with the fact of like kind of not being able to find solid ground in the midst of you trying to stand your ground. Now, it might be because you started a new venture recently, and you're trying not to let it overpower you, or like what's the word I'm looking for? Like you're trying not to let it convince you. My fucking nail just broke. That's crazy. Anyway, you're trying not to let it shake you, but this new opportunity, you're trying to stand your ground, but it's like you keep going back to, give me a second. Because it's like I can see what I'm trying to say, but I need to translate it into words, because you got the Seven of Wands reversed, the Ace of Pentacles, and then the Ten of Swords and the World card popped out together. So it really feels like you're trying to make this thing work. You're trying to make fetch happen and it's not happening. And so this may be an opportunity for you to realize, if it feels harder than it has to be, it's probably because you're not supposed to be doing it in this way. So if you're facing a lot of resistance, you're probably not supposed to be approaching this new opportunity in the way that you've been approaching it. There's probably a way for you to pivot your, it just comes back to the emotional needs, right? Excuse me. And I feel like that's going to be a big theme for this Cancer full moon, right? It's, for most of the signs, it's coming back to your needs, because something within this new project that you started is giving, it's harder than I thought it was going to be, but I'm trying to thug it out. I'm trying to thug it out. But I don't need to thug it out. Like there's not much more for me to do to make this work. I just need to recognize when I need to cut my losses and when it's better for me to kind of figure out what the next phase is, or where my intuition is taking me next. And I was kind of talking about this on the Mercury and Capricorn video, where it's like lean into, we're having the Mercury in conjunct Jupiter this week. And it's kind of just like lean into what it is that you're curious about, and not just focusing on this one thing where it's like, I have to make this work before I can do anything else. I think that's what it is for Taurus, right? I think that's the vibe for Taurus, where it's like this shit is not working and you're trying so hard to make it work. And it's not working because you're not inspired. And so you need another seed of opportunity. Hey, y'all, I'm only on Taurus. I've only done Aries and Taurus. So we're about to move on. So that's Taurus. What's after Taurus? Gemini. Oh, you fucking Geminis. No, I'm kidding. Hey, y'all. Welcome in. I love you so much. Yeah, I was pretty much saying how I was gonna do like an astrology breakdown, but I'm like, how many fucking times can I say release? And like, we have a full moon every month. Like, I would rather just give y'all a personalized message, but pretty much the message for the Cancer full moon is like, what makes you feel safe? What do you need to feel safe enough to be who you need to be? You know? All right, Gemini. Tell me what's going on with Gemini. Ooh, Gemini, y'all need to rest. Y'all need to cut it the fuck out. Y'all need to step back. Y'all need to relax. When I see the Four of Swords, everybody always thinks sleep when it comes to this. And yes, sleep, but it's also like a mental rest, you know? And I remember every time I see this card, it reminds me of something my ex used to tell me, because I used to be like, why the fuck do I keep pulling this card? And they keep telling me to rest. I feel like I'm always resting. And my boyfriend was like, my boyfriend at the time was like, you're not resting. You're just laying there thinking. So what you actually need to do is rest for real. Like take a nap, go do something else, do a fucking coloring book, calm your mind, meditate, because you can't think when you have so many. And I know how you are. It's a lot of thoughts all the fucking time. You may need to take a step back and say, you know what? Um, let me empty my fucking brain for a second so that I actually have the opportunity for wisdom to come through. Jupiter is in Gemini right now, retrograding. And so that could be throwing off your judgment or making you feel like you have of this overwhelm of ideas. Also, it could also make you feel like you have to have the whole playing field figured out at this moment, when really it's just like you need to just figure out your next step. And your next step doesn't have to be from point A to point Z. It can be from point A to point B, but you won't know what point A to point B is until you take a step back and fucking exhale and, re-strategize. That was only one card. Let's see what else is going on with y'all. That's the overall vibe for y'all. I might not even need 3 cards for this one. Yeah. And so when you take the step back to check in with your mental state and your mental capacity, um, you'll realize that you have something new here that's going to offer you more emotional support and emotional fulfillment. But you can't get to that until you take the step back and silence your fucking mind. But if you do silence your mind, we got the Queen of Cups again. So Aries and Gemini both got the Queen of Cups. So this is something that's going to allow you to move in alignment with your spirit. I love that the cups are here, because I feel like Gemini is often very detached from their emotion. Like they move on very quickly from their emotions, when really their emotions are going to tell them exactly what it is that they need in the moment in order to feel like their strategy is working. Like I know how Gemini is when it comes to um, just kind of wanting things to make sense, and wanting to move along in a very curious intellectual kind of way, when it's like your curiosity should be informed by your emotion, you know. And so this is something that's going to root you not only in like the I guess intellectual success. That's the only way I could phrase it, but it's also going to root you in a timeline um that you feel fulfilled, you know? But yeah, you just have to take the step back to rest. I actually love when I see the Four of Swords, because it reminds me to really like, it's okay to take a fucking nap and come back to this. And when you come back to this, it's going to feel more fulfilling than it did when you was just doing busy work because you felt like that's what you had to do. Gemini, go check out Aries reading too, because I feel like y'all are very in alignment, very in sync. Hey guys, make sure when y'all hop in, y'all say something in the chat. I love knowing that y'all are here. So I just did Gemini. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't. I just did Gemini. I'm about to do Cancer. Hi, Alyssa. I've never seen your name before. Welcome to the fam. All right, Cancer. You have a full moon in your home sign. So what message does Cancer need right now? Oh, the moon. The High Priestess is ruled by the moon. And it showed up reversed. I just found you on a video and followed the links. Welcome. I hope you stick around, like, comment, subscribe, and join the fam, because we just be chilling over here. You know, there's a lot of content on my channel. So you got the High Priestess reversed. And so I'm gonna pull another card, because if with the High Priestess reversed, this is something that's telling me that you haven't been following your intuition, and you've been quite detached from what spirit is trying to show you. And I wonder if that has something to do with Mars being in Cancer and kind of like making you angry more so than like understanding what the anger is trying to tell you. So let's see. Oop. So, oop, just flew the fuck out. Okay. Lots of emotional instability, or not even emotional, but something about feeling unstable. I don't know if you guys are in survival mode. You just got the Four of Pentacles reversed with the High Priestess reversed. I know it it mirrors my camera. And so I'm wondering if you guys are feeling this disconnect from your intuition because you feel like you're unstable, so you feel like you cannot follow what it is your intuition is trying to tell you, because it's like, I have to pay bills, rent is due, I'm trying to catch up from the holidays, I'm trying to catch up from, overspending, I'm trying to make, getting back on track. And so what is the advice here? You have to, I feel like intuitively, I feel like you guys have to figure out what stability feels like for you again, or secure, like how to find that emotional security in the midst of the turbulence, because you guys, this is your sign, like you're so connected to the moon, you're super intuitive, but if you're disconnected because you're so worried about about building this legacy and about figuring out what the next step is, I think that's what's blocking you here. So let's what's the advice, Spirit, for Cancer? Oh shit. Okay, the Hierophant. Okay, so I love seeing the High Priestess and the Hierophant together. So the High Priestess, um, your first two cards are pretty much saying that your intuition is blocked because of survival. And with the Hierophant showing up here, this is about, remember what it is that you believe to be true. And this is something that I tell my clients and my customers and my friends all the time. When you start feeling these turbulent emotions that you don't really know how to combat, um, what do you believe to be true about how God works, about how the universe works? The thing that I always remind myself of is, for one, I don't believe God put us here to struggle. I don't believe God was put us here to work and then die. And I don't believe that God gave us these gifts to not use them, right? And so when I kind of come back and recenter myself in that, um, that allows me to kind of see things more clearer. You know what I mean? And so when you think about what you believe, I also want you to think about what has worked in the past. You guys have a spiritual regimen. Even if you don't believe in what you're doing right now, if you're feeling unstable, if you're feeling emotionally unstable, and it's blocking your intuition, what is something that you can do to get you back on track with your spiritual regimen? Like, if you've been falling off of your weekly baths, your weekly routine, I have a bath video that's about to drop too after I get off of here. Um, just a shameless plug. If you've been getting off track with your spiritual baths, if you've been getting off track with your daily pulls, your daily journaling, your daily meditation, get back into your regimen so that you can at least get that muscle memory back. I know we go through periods where it's like, oh, I don't feel like doing this, or oh, I don't feel like it's working, or is this where you're questioning, is it working? But the only way for you to kind of like get back into your systems is to just make it a part of your routine without really having to think about it. And so I think that's very much the advice here, where for one, remember what you believe to be true about how spirit shows up for you, how it has continued to show up for you through your bloodline, and for your family, and how they believed and how they practiced and how they worshiped, but also getting back into your spiritual regimen. Okay. Hey y'all, it's 5 people in here. It says, how are y'all? Make sure y'all say something in the chat. Let me know y'all are here. That was Cancer. Let's do Leo. Spirit, please let me know what Leo needs to hear. Oh, it say, hey, Siri thought I was talking to her. Anyway, what does Leo need to hear right now during this Cancer full moon? Whew. I was trying to lay my edges down with the scarf, but hey, Charisma girl. Cool. I just like having the vibes in the chat. That's why I like having y'all talk here. Hey, Ron, we always last. Pisces always last. I'm trying to follow the order of the signs. So we're on Leo. So 5 down or 4 down. I'm on the 5th one now. What does Leo need to know for this Cancer full moon? Oh, shit. What's going on with Leo? This Cancer full moon. Okay, Leo, so there is something that is in your face that you are not, the solution that you're looking for is everything that you're trying to avoid. That's pretty much the gist. I mean, I don't even have to elaborate too much on that. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull another card. But we already know what the Four of Cups is about. Like, you've been meditating on this, what should I do next? What's the next step in my dilemma? I need the solution to this. How can I make this something that is beneficial to me? And it's like, look to your left, my guy. There's a solution that's been lingering in the astrals that you should be doing, but you may have been questioning if that's what you were supposed to do, or you may be questioning if that's the correct choice for you. But um sorry, I had looked at the chat. You may be questioning if that's the next step for you, but and you already know the answer. You already know what the problem is. Hi Kay. Hi Gabby. Oh my gosh, yes. Oh my gosh, I've been my center stage oil is somewhere over here. I used it before I got on live, and I'm like squeezing the last drops because I don't even have any more of my own supply. Okay. So I'm like, I'm excited for you to get it because I've really been loving center stage. Um, okay. Okay, but you're avoiding this, Leo. You guys know what the answer is, but you're avoiding it because you don't know how it's going to turn out. It's kind of scary. It's almost like every time I see the moon card, it's like, yeah, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. So it feels very much like, okay, I know this is the answer, but I don't have the prediction. You know, like I'm not able to predict what the outcome of this scenario is going to be. And so that's what's making me afraid to step forward, or things may start to fall apart. Like, what if things fall apart? What if things don't work? And what you have to remember is you don't have that option. Like, as long as you go into it saying, whatever you do, like, as long as you go into it saying, well, it can't fail. Like, why would this be placed on, kind of like how I was saying for Cancer, why would this be placed on my heart? I don't believe this would be placed on my heart if I wasn't supposed to be following this. Um, so let me just follow it and see how it goes, even and trust myself enough. And y'all are Leos. So I know that you have trust in yourself, but just trust yourself enough to know, okay, I don't know what's about to happen, but I do know that whatever life throws at me, I can handle it. And I think that's the advice for you guys for this Cancer full moon. Um, you guys got the 10 of swords, and then what's funny, I don't always look at the bottom of the deck, but at the bottom of the deck you have the 9 of wands. And so what this is telling me is like the worst is over. Like, yeah, it does feel like it's been excruciating, but as long as you keep taking that step forward, you're going to be okay. Like, that's what's going to get you, know what the solution is. And yes, it's not easy, but it is simple, and all you have to do is do it. And you may have gotten kind of bruised up along the way, but you'll be fine. You know, this the picture is always so funny. But yeah, you'll be fine, and you now know what to do moving forward. You now know how to set up your defenses properly because you've already gone through this. But you're prolonging this situation because you're afraid of messing up again or making the wrong step again. And when really it's just like, no, you taking this next step and following what you know what you were supposed to do in the first place is going to end this crazy traumatic cycle for you. All right, that was Leo. Let's see what's going on with these fucking Virgos. I hope y'all are having a great day. I'm in like such a good mood. It's so pretty outside. It's so freaking pretty outside today, and it was so cold for the past week. I mean, it's still kind of chilly today, but I had to like work out around the house because I couldn't get my 10,000 steps in outside. So I've had to like do little stuff around the house. So I'm excited to be outside again and get my 10,000 steps in, you know. But I just woke up. I've been up since like 2 a.m. and I just woke up feeling so just excited. I don't know. Everybody said they feel so emotional with this Cancer full moon. And I'm just like, oh my God, I'm having a great day. All right, what's going on with Virgo? Tell me about Virgo. Oh, 10 of Swords again. Okay, so for you guys, For you guys, it popped out reverse. And so you're avoiding the end of a cycle, or it's like you almost made it out, but there's one final lesson that you have to learn here yet, or you're keeping yourself in a cycle for your own um you guys being loyal to a fucking fault again. So let's see what's going on. Okay, cards is just popping out. Knight of Wands reversed. Ooh. Yeah, it's been cold and I just want to get my steps in. I don't feel emotional. Yeah, I feel like a bad bitch today too. Period. Dom, I hope you feel better. So yeah, so the Ten of Swords and the Knight of Wands, I'm wondering if this is you misplacing your energy into something that's like you lost your steam and you lost your passion for it, but you're trying to force yourself to like I'm feeling similar messages across the signs. You may have lost your passion and lost your energy towards this particular goal. And that's why it feels like you're so scattered and all over the place because it's like there's nothing, there's no fuel, if that makes sense. Like there's no fuel behind what it is that you're trying to pursue. And so it just feels like you're doing a bunch of fucking nothing when once again, you may just need to close this chapter out. You may need to pivot and do something else or go do something fun or explore another option. I gotta take my time with y'all because all of y'all cards popped out reversed and then you got the Justice card. And so this could be a matter of I'm gonna pull a clarifier because I want to say an unfair circumstance. Can you clarify? Ooh. Okay, so I'm getting curious again. Always this getting curious thing. You got the Page of Swords, right? And so just remembering what it feels like to be inspired by something. That's the vibe that I'm getting for you guys. Just like you're keeping yourself in this loop of accepting chaos to your detriment because there's no fuel behind this action or fuel behind this fire that you're trying to build up. And so what you need to do is work on like rebalancing the scales in the context of using like the inspiration and the playfulness and like the what the fuck am I trying to say, using the new information that you've gathered. Like go down a fucking rabbit hole if that's what you need to do. Go down, um, start researching like random things. Like I don't know. When I see the Page of Swords, that's just always something that I think of. Like just letting yourself just be excited by information, even if the information doesn't make sense to you or makes sense to what it is that you're trying to pursue, and just like going with it. Yeah, I was called to invite my inner child into my adult goals this week. Yeah, that's how it's feeling. Um, I hate that I'm like stuttering, but it's just it seems the message feels very straightforward, and so I'm trying to like add more than what it needs, and it really just feels like you have to remember what it is that you're doing this for, and what it is that inspired you in the first place, because it's going to feel excruciating throughout the journey if not, you know what I mean? That's Virgo. Oh look, I got the star at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, just remembering what you started this shit for, what you did this shit for, what would make your inner child proud, you know? It doesn't have to be as excruciating as you're making it. Like just remembering what the original intention was. Libra. What's going on with Libra? What message does Libra need for this Cancer full? You're welcome, boo. Oh my gosh, the way the cards are like flipping out is crazy. Oh, okay, Libra. Okay. 10 of Cups. So much emotional fulfillment on so many levels. Like emotional, spiritual. This is abundance, but in a way that is like fulfilling to every part of your soul. So you guys have been in a period where you've kind of reached a checkpoint, you know? And it's funny because Libra and Cancer, they square. And so I'm wondering what the resistance is going to be this week when it comes up for you. But I think because your ruling sign or your ruling planet is exalted right now, it's like, yeah, I am going to be focused on what makes me feel spiritually fulfilled. And I feel like I'm able to get that because I can see all angles. So I'm happy that you guys are reaching a point in your journey where um you feel like things are starting to work out for you. Okay. Spirit wants you to continue to share the wealth and knowledge and continue to build up your archive and build up your network, build up your your sisterhood, you know. Here goes my Libra rising, yeah. Continue to build up your sisterhood and build up what just like collaborative efforts. Build up more collaborative, like share the wealth, pretty much is what I'm trying to say. Like you've reached a point where you know what it takes to feel fulfilled, and you know what it takes to feel happy, and what really nourishes your soul, and what really is just what's fulfilling to your heart. And so now it's like you know how to form those connections that are in alignment with you. You know, we just had this we literally, the nodes just switched out of Aries and Libra into Virgo and Pisces. And so it's like you've closed all the contracts that no longer felt in alignment with you. We don't want to open new ones that are still in alignment with the past timeline. You've created a new timeline that feels more spiritually fulfilling for you. And now you get the opportunity to create connections based on who you are today and what you enjoy today. Any final remarks for Libra? Okay, these popped out together, the Five of Pentacles and the Magician reversed. And so it may start to feel like you're it's funny because you have these like amazing cards that popped up beforehand, but just as a reminder, when it starts feeling like your money is dwindling or starts getting funny, to remember that you have all of the material, all of the tools that you need to create material in the world. So how can you continue to exchange that value? And I think that's why the Three of Cups is coming up too, where it's like circulated in your community, because you building a strong community based on who you are today, um that's what's going to keep you out of like this weird financial disarray. And you have to remember to have that confidence that you can build it back up even if it looks funny for the moment. A lot of times when we're switching timelines, things do start to look funny and chaotic, but you have to remember that what you are, like, that your wealth is spiritual, you know, and your perception should be rooted in spirit at all times. This is a the Five of Pentacles is Mercury and Taurus. And so it's a reminder of us projecting, like, don't let the lack that our lives look in the physical inform our spirit, but let our spirit inform the physical. Like finding the God in everything, finding the opportunity in everything, finding the opportunity to rebuild and to restructure, but amidst the chaos in everything. And that just goes back to the Magician reverse, right? Like, how can I turn this perceived lack into an opportunity for me to create the world that I desire, because I know what I desire now. Hey, Kristen, my girl. Happy to have you here. So I just did Libra, about to get into Scorpio. I'm getting through these fast. I knew I would do like fast pulls though. I was saying how I didn't want to do a whole astrology breakdown because I feel like it'd be the same every month. Like, what can you release? Tell me about Scorpio. Scorpio. Huh. Okay. Scorpio, you guys are in a period of deep reflection. And honestly, since the Hangman is right side up, I feel like you guys have come to a conclusion on whatever it was that you were looking for. Like things may have started to stand still or look like it was standing still for a moment for you. And I think you've recognized now what, like, in that void space, right, where everything is moving in slow motion, you kind of got a chance to observe instead of always like always strategizing or always trying to like hone your focus in on something. And your ruling planet is retrograde, so that makes sense. Like, your ruling planet isn't at its best capacity right now, right? And so because that energy, your energy is lacking, or is slowing down right now, you have more of an opportunity to look inward, and you realized that whatever it was that you're trying to find outwardly, it was already, the answer was already inside of you. And so now I think you guys are coming to more, excuse me, are coming to more clarity. Let me take some water. Yeah, I think retrograde Mars, since it is your ruling planet, I think it has you guys more introspective and reflective, and able to see, like, wow, I might have been tripping. Um, all these fucking cards. And that the power was already in you this whole time, right? So, the Hangman, the Strength card, these are both major arcana cards. So this is a very pivotal moment in your trajectory right now, where you're recognizing how much of your reality is under your creation, and how much of it is from your doings. Like, it's not everybody working to get you, working against you, and y'all know how paranoid y'all can be. It's very much how you've showed up in the world, and now you have the opportunity to show up in the world differently, and recognize that you don't have to suppress your you don't have to suppress this turbulence. You don't have to suppress your darkness. You don't have to suppress your emotional body. You don't have to suppress any parts of yourself. That's actually your superpower, when you can actually like hone in on the demons. That's the only way I can say it. You can hone in on like being friends with the darkness, and how that empowers you to transmute things, and you're able to kind of descend into the shadows at all times, and know how to navigate it when anybody else, when nobody else does, right? And I also feel like that's kind of like what the Hangman reverse was saying, like in this midst of this period right now where everything is kind of dark and unpredictable. I feel like you guys are the ones who have the clarity, because you're used to darkness and you're used to destruction, and you guys can be the ones who can lead people through the chaos and through the darkness as well. I know that Pluto is not a major transit, but I want everybody who is in the Pluto, not a major transit, but a major placement, but I want everybody who's in the Pluto and Scorpio generation to pay attention to this, because you guys are going to be the ones who are able to see things a little bit differently. Even though you guys do have a perception that is a little bit darker than most, we need that darkness in order to keep us balanced and grounded. And so we need you guys to call things out and say, no, this is actually, this is something that has affected us growing up. We saw both sides of this, because you guys are the generation that um had the internet and then didn't, or didn't have the internet and then did. And so you guys have grown up with it for the most part, or have seen the effects of it. And so I want you guys to remind the world, it's not just internet, but I don't know why I'm feeling called to say this, but just pay attention to this reading, and like how you guys are the ones who have more foresight than most people right now. It's different for, like, I'm Gen Z, right? It's different for Pluto and Sag, who are Gen Z, who like, yeah, we did experience a little bit without the internet, but not enough to really see the difference. And then the generation before you guys was that Gen X, whatever the fuck, right? They're too detached from the world um to really have an opinion that, I don't want to say that matters, but Pluto and Scorpio, you guys are like the bridge between the old world and the new world that we're shifting into, and this balance between tradition and innovation. And you guys are going to prevent us from going too far off the fucking handle, because I've always feel like, so Scorpio and Aquarius square, um and so I feel like, but Scorpio and Aquarius are also, I always felt like Scorpio and Aquarius felt are like um the bird's eye view and the hellish view, right? They're looking at the same world from two completely different perspectives. And because we have Pluto and Aquarius right now, The Pluto and Scorpio generation is like, okay, y'all are seeing things long term, but you have to also remember to see things for the now and for the darkness that it is. Anyway, I'm sorry, I don't want to go on a rant, but for whatever reason my spirit is just like, make sure you say this with the Pluto and Scorpio generation specifically, even though this is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and I'll even say North Node. I'm also add Pluto in there because you guys are very pivotal in this moment in time right now, as you guys are approaching your first Pluto square and what that looks like. Oh my gosh, Wicked, Wicked starts playing on the screen. Go back to my ambient music. Yes, thank you. Yeah. Okay, and final remark. Yeah, just to wrap up what I was saying, the fact that you're able to see darkness is a superpower. And so don't forget, the King of Pentacles not only has like material success, but he shares his wisdom and his wealth with the world. And wealth is wisdom. Like, it's not always something tangible. So like I just said a lot. All right. Sagittarius. My bad. I just had like an outer body experience. That was kind of crazy. Sagittarius. What does Sagittarius need to know right now for this Cancer full moon? Hey y'all. We got 10 people in here. Make sure you say hello. Make sure you guys are subscribed. We're almost, I really want to get to 900 subscribers by the end of the day. But if I can get it by tomorrow, that would be great. I really want to get 1,000 by the end of the week. So I think I'm at like 870 now. So I need 30 more, or I think I'm at 880. I think I finally hit 880. And so if I can get to 900 by the end of the day, that would make me really happy. I might do a giveaway or something. I don't know. But if I can get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the week, I might do something fun like a giveaway. All right, Sagittarius. What is Sagittarius? God. Well, I'm telling you, these cards is jumping right now. Four of Wands. So a lot for you guys to celebrate. And so I want you guys to remember not only to celebrate like the things that are coming and the things that you know are on the way to you, but also celebrate the little things that you're experiencing in the moment. Remember to wake up with gratitude. Thank you, God, for waking me up, to giving me another chance for giving me another chance to get it right, for waking me up another week, another month, another day, another whatever, right? And when you're trying to manifest things, manifest them in present tense. So thank you, God, for my new house. Thank you, God, for my new car. Thank you, God. You know what I mean? That's the Four of Wands, just like staying in this period of celebration and this period of victory and success, and just kind of staying in that mindset. But it seems like you guys have a lot of positive shifts that are happening for you right now. Oh my gosh, it's flying across the room. Ace of Wands. So following this you have a lot of energy that is like wanting to be directed somewhere, right? It's kind of like you've been condensing all of this. There's something waiting to be birthed, right? So it's like you have the yes, tell your friends so I can hit my goal. Come subscribe. You have all of this potential, right? That is brewing, and it's like you have this fire, this fiery spark that's like brewing in your heart and your solar plexus, and it's revving up, and it's just waiting to be projected um into a particular goal, right? And so if you guys have been feeling lucky and have been feeling successful and been feeling like you have a lot to celebrate, it may be like, what's my next thing? Like what should I manifest next? But it's like you have all of this energy that wants you to direct it somewhere. So where can you direct it next? Pick one thing and just channel it into that specific task, right? And so like, just to put it in perspective, I was like, I want to hit 1,000. Since we're on this topic, I want to hit 1,000 YouTube subscribers by the end of this week. So what am I going to do? I'm going to channel my energy into posting, into going live, into whatever, right? Into this one specific thing, so that as I'm asking, as I'm calling for this abundance, and as I'm calling for this success or whatever, or as I'm using my center stage oil, right? That energy that I'm calling in knows that it wants me to channel it into this one thing, right? Not to make it about me, but just to put it in perspective. So you have all of this energy brewing around you. There's a lot of luck. There's a lot of good fortune. There's a lot of celebration. Okay, what do you want to channel that celebration and that recognition into? That's what you guys should be reflecting on for this Cancer full moon. Break out of that analysis paralysis, because there's a lot that you guys know that you want to do, and instead of overthinking it, I want you guys to really set the intention to I want y'all to set the intention to whatever comes to your mind. Just hop on it. Just do the first thing that you can to move the needle forward. Even if you don't see it all the way through, just go ahead and do the thing. And usually when you get into that mode, you'll end up finishing it anyway. Like, you'll end up seeing it all the way through in that anyway. But even if you don't see it all the way through, at least you got it started and you recognize that, okay, maybe I don't want to do this, but I found something else that I want to do, Like, there's, how like when you're on Google and you Google one thing and then you see something and you Google something else and then you may click on Reddit and Reddit brings up another topic and then you go down this other rabbit hole and now you're obsessed with something and learn something that you didn't even have any intention on searching in the first place. That's kind of the vibe that the Eight of Swords reverse is giving, where it's like, if you don't know what to do, just do something. Do the first thing that comes to mind. That might not end up being what it is that you're supposed to be doing, but it will carry you to where you're supposed to be. I stand on analysis paralysis. Girl, I understand. That was Sag, Capricorn. We're in Capricorn season, so happy birthday to all my Capricorns. Dom's birthday was 2 days ago. So if y'all didn't wish my girl happy birthday, make sure y'all wish my girl happy birthday. Happy solar return to all of my Capricorns. You guys are highlighted during this lunar cycle just as much as Cancer, because it is a full moon in Cancer, so the sun is illuminating the moon. And so let's see what Capricorn needs to know at this moment. Hey, Alexis. What does Capricorn need in this moment? What is Capricorn? Ooh. Not taking all them cards. One card at a time, please. Okay. What's going on with Capricorn? Oh my gosh. I'm tired of these flying out my hands like this. Anyway. Okay. Some funny money stuff going on with y'all right now. So just going back to what I was saying about remembering that the perceived lack is an opportunity for you to create. It's never, you're never out of tools. And I think what you guys have to learn right now in this moment is there's only so far that material success can take you. There's only so far, like, go watch my Mercury and Capricorn video. Because there's only so far that your material, your values can make you, when you root your values in the material world, the physical world, it's never going to be enough. And so I think with the Five of Pentacles, you guys need to remember what God you serve. You can't serve two masters. So are you looking for monetary success, or are you looking for spiritual success? And I think once you fine tune your brain to spiritual success, you'll start to see a difference in your finances and what looks like chaos to your finances in this moment. But it's almost at a point where it's just like, how often are you going to sell your soul? I know you guys want material stability. That is your sign, but at what cost? You feel me? Let me put more cards. Okay. So even though you may be in this period of this like funny financial stuff, get in position, because something is on the way to you. Excuse me, but you have to figure out what it is that you want. So kind of like how I was saying, when you have all this energy around you, oh my gosh, you need to channel it somewhere. So at this moment, you need to focus on what it is you want to get in position to come to you in this moment. You have to know what that is, and then be like, okay, I am I'm comfortable in myself enough. I'm comfortable in my position enough to know that um I've done all that I can to get what it is that I'm looking for, and just kind of relax and let it flow to you. I think you guys need to learn how to take the path of least resistance instead of always trying to hustle your way out of a situation. Like, things can be easy. Things are allowed to be easy. Don't forget to explore again. That Page of Swords came up again. So don't forget to get to explore again and be curious again. It's reminding me of the Mercury Jupiter in conjunct that's coming up. Um, Everything doesn't have to be a hustle. Like I said, I keep saying, go watch my Mercury and Capricorn video because I talk about all the aspects that Mercury is making while it's in Capricorn. And I'm only bringing up Mercury because this is a Page of Swords, and Swords is thought and mental intellect and stuff. And I just feel like at this moment, it's almost like, how can we get you to see that it's never you're never going to be able to hustle enough to keep yourself happy. Like, you need to remember what it feels like to play and what it feels like to actually enjoy things and enjoy your life, and that in itself is going to give you enough energy to or enough inspiration to actually enjoy the hustle again. But like I said, I want you guys to remember to take the path of least resistance. You don't have to take the hard way all the time. Bottom of the deck. Y'all ain't gotta fight so hard all the time. It can be easy. Just get in position. What we got? Aquarius. Whew. I feel the coffee jitters now. Aquarius. What's going on with Aquarius? Placements. Dragon My Cat was on my to-do list today. Thanks. Girl, you a Virgo sun with a Capricorn moon. Child, what's your rising? All right, Aquarius. What's going on with Aquarius right now? Oh, a Gemini rising. That's interesting. I'm a Gemini rising for my solar return this year, and I'm like, how's that going to play out? I feel like I'm going to be writing again. Okay, Aquarius. Knight of Pentacles reversed. Don't forget that it's better to build something over time than it is to rush to the finish line and have it crumble beneath you. You guys need to remember what it feels like to actually, like, I know you guys have so much foresight that it's kind of like frustrating that everybody doesn't see what you see, but let them catch up. Stop trying to like hold yourself back for people, and let people like build what it is that you want to build, and let people catch up to you, even if it takes time. People can only take as much. People only take as much. Dom, leave me alone, because no, I haven't eaten yet. I have not eaten yet. I had regular fucking coffee, but I had lemon water. But after I get off here, I'm gonna have some yogurt with some protein in it. So yeah, so this is Aquarius. People can only meet you where they can only meet you where they're at, right? And so, like I say, Aquarius, you know the whole playing field. You see the vision, you see things that people don't see. You see exactly what needs to be done to get the world that you think everybody needs. And I want you guys to remember that people can't see. It kind of goes back to like how I was talking about being so far removed and so zoomed out that you forget to kind of replace to place yourself back into humanity. And so it's like, yeah, to you, this solution or this goal may be very simple, but you have to remember that people need time to see what you see and to catch up. And so don't try to dumb yourself down. Keep pursuing what it is that you want, that you feel the world and the collective needs, but don't forget to also um give the people what it is that they're asking for as well. Does that make sense? Like, yes, give what you think they need, but don't forget about what they're asking for. Yeah, we all out here unnourished. I don't be eating early in the morning. I don't be hungry in the morning. Okay, you also, just to finalize, you got the Lover's card. So just finding that balance and remembering your values, finding that balance between humanity and solitude, humanity and being zoomed out, loving your neighbor, but also detaching from the neighbor. Like, you have to find a healthy balance and remember what it is that you're doing this for. You are the sign of the people. So you need to be helping the people and listening to what the people are asking of you, instead of being like, you know what, y'all need to this is what you need, like you're their handler or their parent or something. Everybody don't think like you. And it's funny because my mom's an Aquarius, and she said that's what her mom used to always have to tell her, like, everybody doesn't think like you. And so just finding the in between. Give people what they need. Give people what you think they need. Like, build what you think they need. Build the community. Build the laws. Like, build the foundation. And then also listen. If people feel like they need one thing, listen to them as well. Aqua is such an interesting sign of you because they absolutely do not think like other people. Yeah, because they think up here. They be up here. They be up there. And it works because they're looking down. Once again, think of like the Queen of Swords, who she sits in the clouds. Um, they see everything, right? So they see the whole playing field. They see how it's like they're sitting on a mountain. They see the whole playing field, but they don't realize that because they can see the whole playing field and can detach themselves from a situation, that um they're not remembering that they're also a part of humanity. Venus, Aqua, 12th house, yeah. Aqua in the 12th house, y'all kind of need to detach as much as you can from the collective in order for your intuition for the collective to work. It's very interesting. Like, y'all need a lot of solitude, and y'all need to be like, y'all need to be high up. So like mountains environments and like high up environments and like high rises, like, you guys do very well with seeing the entire playing field, because then your intuition kind of clicks. I know, like, when so I have an Aquarius moon, and so I even know, like, when I'm on shrooms, can I say that on here? um my intuition literally looks like a chessboard. Like, where are all my players? That's kind of how Aquarius thinks. Like, everything is a game. Where's the chess? Where are my chess players? Where are my pawns? Where are my rooks? Where are my knights? Where is everybody positioned? You know? So yeah, that's why they don't think like other people, because they see everything from up here, while most people are like sitting in like here. And they need to learn how to sit here, because then they forget. Like, you may be doing what's best for humanity, but you're not doing what's best for the people. You know? All right, Pisces. Cool, we at the hour mark too. I knew I would be on here for like an hour, but I didn't want to be on here way past it. Hey guys, welcome in. If you just joined, I'm on Pisces now. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. I'm keeping this replay up, and I will timestamp it. Hopefully, if I'm like in the mood, I'll timestamp it, so that you guys can find your sign. All right, what does Pisces? What's going on with Pisces right now? Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node. Pisces. I don't like when Pisces come up with cups cards that are reversed. Okay, you guys are very disconnected from your intuition right now. You are disconnected from what you know you're supposed to be doing. And the Queen of Cups came up a lot this for these readings. So I think as a collective right now, it is a um opportunity for just the Cancer full moon vibe in general. Um just tapping into what makes you feel safe and what makes you feel comfortable and um what your intuition and your emotions are trying to tell you about how you need to show up in the world. And it's like you're ignoring that before the strategy, or you're ignoring that because you feel like maybe it's fear. Like maybe you think your intuition is showing up as fear, but it's really like, okay, but fear is also an emotion that you can work with. So what is your fear telling you about how you need to show up? I'm gonna take my edges down before I go back and watch Virgo. I don't really think Virgo was bad. Charisma can tell you. I don't think Virgo was bad at all. I think Virgo was very straightforward. It was just like don't forget what you're fucking self-proclaiming, not self-proclaiming, but you're like staying in this perpetual hell and you don't have to, like, go do something else. But yeah, back to Pisces. Um, yeah, so like how you don't forget that all spectrums of emotions are what allows you to show up your in your truth. Like, not just happiness. Your intuition doesn't just show up as happiness and as love and as excitement, but it shows up as fear, as anxiety, as failure, as shame. What does that tell you about what it is that you need, you know? And is it yours? Who told you this? Where did this come from? Is it yours, or did somebody place this on you? You know, Pisces deals with a lot of other people's emotions, to the point where your emotions, our emotions as a Pisces, you know, are the feeling may be real, but it may be amplified because of how much we've absorbed. So let's say, like, you know how people be saying that they just came across their 13th reason, you know, it's like you may have broke some glass or something and that shit drives you insane. And it's like, okay, you dropping the glass wasn't that big of a deal, but because you're holding so much energy from everybody all the time, um, it felt like it was bigger than what it was. I'm telling you, these cards keep popping out like crazy. My mom just texted me talking about, can you show me how to make a QR code? Okay, you also got the Knight of Cups. So, movement. How can you move forward in a way that honors, just once again, like, how can you move forward in a way that honors this fear or this intuitive nudge? And how the fuck can you, this is usually like a romantic card, or like romance is on the way, but for whatever reason, the way that he's holding the cup, it's like, here go, here, put, I'm giving it back to you. Like, these are your emotions, I'm giving it back to you. So how can you find ways to give people's emotions back to them, or back to the earth, right? Like, how can you improve your emotional boundaries? How can you ground yourself in nature? Can you improve your spiritual regimen? Can you start doing them baths again? Like, what are ways that you can give your people's emotions back to them so that you're not experiencing them so deeply? You know what I mean? Oh my god, cards flying everywhere. Okay, I'm not taking all of that. Usually that happens when it's like confirmation. Okay. Final remarks for Pisces, please. Ooh, okay. A search for deeper fulfillment. So this card, for in my opinion, right now, right? Even though he's walking away to search for fulfillment, this is a Saturn and Pisces card. Um, the final remark for Pisces, I feel, is like, stop looking for more. Like, stop searching for something that doesn't exist. It's already in you. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to keep walking away in order to come home to yourself. Remember how to come home to yourself, and then you won't feel like you have to keep going on these journeys alone. Um, I hope that makes sense. Like, I'm trying to make sure that I say it as clear as possible, because it just very much feels like you keep having to like go you keep feeling like you have to walk off and like retreat or find something else or figure out what it is that you're supposed to be doing and what makes things click for you. But at the end of the day, all you ever had to do was just come home to yourself. But if you need to go out, if you need to go out and explore, um, in order to figure that out, okay. But at the end of the day, it's just gonna be you coming back home to yourself. I am listening, friends. Sometimes I'm like, I hope I'm not projecting because, like I said, I am a Pisces Sun, Mercury, Venus, South Node, and I'm dealing with my nodal reversal too, like literally on the degree. So, but yeah, I feel like things that apply to me also apply to other people. So yeah, I'm listening. I hope y'all listening to my fellow Pisces. Okay, so let's do like a final. Just give me a final message, Spirit, for everyone collectively, because that was all 12 signs. Okay, final full moon in Cancer message for everyone. A final hoorah. Remember your fucking power, okay? Whenever you feel like you're facing turbulence or you're facing these situations where you don't know what your next step is going to be, or you don't know what your next step is going to be, or you don't know where you're going to find the strength to do it, or you don't know where your next resource is coming from, remember that you can manifest that sound that's like that like TikTok sound or whatever, that's like you're a witch, get up. That's what this is giving. Like, what if you don't go conjure some shit? Remember who the fuck you are. Exactly. You go conjure some shit, go birth whatever it is that you want into reality, and it's going to come into reality because you say so. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Conspire it. If you can believe it, you can achieve it. Period. All right, y'all, I'm about to go pack some orders, prepare for this reading that I have tomorrow, record my spiritual bath video. So keep an eye out for that because that's coming. And yeah, we will and eat. I'm about to go eat. I'm about to go eat and reset. But I appreciate you guys for being on here with me. That was fun. I was nervous, but then it got easier because of the vibes. And yeah, make sure you share my channel with a friend because I need to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the week. All right, I love y'all.